Well, let's talk about songwriting. In terms of this EP, what was that process like?
A lot of just goofy singing and strange accents pop out every now and then when we get together. But every time it just starts with stories of what God is doing in the lives of the people in our church.
Yeah.
Because there's just amazing miracles happening all the time, and there are people who are in the middle of needing a miracle, and so it always starts there. And every time Scripture bubbles to the surface, and we just begin to have really great dialogue about Scripture, and it lays a foundation for us to write a song off of it.
Yeah, and the amazing thing about that too is when we sought out and went on a trip to go write these songs for Switch, most of the record that you hear was done in 3 days.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really kind of a cool thing.
I mean, I know you're just bragging right now, but I mean that's. but that's kind of.
It's like for us, it's really quick.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Usually, it's more like 2 hours a record. But what was happening with the Switch stuff was beyond our control.
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
And it was just happening and happening and happening. It's like we would literally go in and do a song in 3 or 4 hours and be like, that's a song. I guess let's work on another one today. When usually we don't work quite like that. You know?
Yeah. And like Cassidy was saying, we had no idea what God was going to do, but we just knew that he was doing something, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, talk about Symphony. What does that particular song mean to you guys, and what do you hope it accomplishes in the hearts of listeners?
Yeah, so Symphony was another song inspired by stories of people. We were talking, and this theme kind of kept coming up of like just everyone's going through some kind of chaos in their life, even us. And we wanted to write kind of a prayer for people in that situation to pray, to remind ourselves that even in the madness, there's peace. God is doing something with everything. He doesn't waste hurt. He doesn't waste pain. He's moving through everything, and we can trust him. We can lean into that truth. And so my hope is that people would hear that song and be reminded that God sees them, God knows them, he has a purpose and a plan for their life, and he will not give up on them.
I want to add to that, Cassidy. We had the opportunity to collaborate with our friend Dylan, who's from our community here, and did an amazing job. And I don't know if you guys play the version with him or not, but
We do, yeah.
I look at the thing that he crafted, and what a great picture. He talks about we're all like instruments that have to be pressed, but we're rusty old keys. We all got to get tuned up. And if you think about a violin or a guitar, even a piano, this stretching and pulling of a string to get it in tune is a violent, hard process. And same thing with getting pressed. An old piano. Have you ever gone to Great Nina's house and there's this old piano there, and you go to press these keys? It's this. What a great picture of what life is for all of us. That there are times where it's just crusty and hard, and there are times when we're getting pulled and pressed violently. And what I hope happened in the hearts of listeners, what they take away from the song, is that they would recognize that no matter the pulling and the stretching they're going through, God is trying to help them arrive at a note that would allow them to contribute to the symphony.